Hey guys, greendesert.org here. We are out at the Community Tire Salsa Garden, kind of near South Phoenix off the I-17 and Central. And let me tell you, I've been bragging. We've got a big gift. Well, guess who gave me the gift? This is Patty with the garden, Community Tire Salsa Garden and Community Tire Pros.
Yes.
So Patty, first off, show this garden bed and tell us why you gave it to us.
Well, we believe in you. We believe in your cause. We believe in let's eat green.
And I threatened her. She said it before, and she's
Yes,
afraid
she
to say it. But it is a shared garden with Green Desert. We got the plan. Let's let the people in the area just brag to us that they're going on vacation.
They're bragging, they're leaving, and we can't fight something.
Right. Right. But the weather's great. So anyways, this is a shared garden with greendesert.org and in the green room.green, and we are so excited because we aren't the only ones with these gardens. This is such a huge thing. This is a community garden, and it is for the community, and it's a reason you even called it a salsa garden.
Absolutely. We're right downtown here in a food desert at Central and Durango, and we have over 14 beds that we rent out. Okay, and we're right behind us. If the bees don't get me with this beautiful, beautiful bush of
basil.
This is all basil. Look at these leaves.
So we had one of these beds before. Actually, my mom, we've been planting and doing this with Patty because not only does she believe in us, you know, I truly believe in everything you're doing for the community, and she is all over the place. Now, here's what's nice about these beds, guys, because you want to come down and get one of them. I don't know what's available right now, but they're doing the work for you. The water's here, the soil's here,
good soil,
and get over here,
water.
Garden Gale, because they even have a master gardener who helps us with it all. Say,
This is Garden Gale Latour.
How are you?
Very good, thank you. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood.
It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. Let's all sing the song.
It is. It's beautiful.
All right, so Patty.
Gardeners would understand that.
Right?
Yep.
We are so grateful, and thank you. And we're going to be talking to Patty here again in another live in a little bit, but we're kicking her out.
All
because
right.
Garden Gale is going to work, and we're going to get dirty.
Let's
say
talk,
thank you,
let's talk
Patty.
dirt.
I know, let's talk dirt. Now, first off, what's so awesome is all of these things that are planted right now, these are from the last season. A lot of people are starting to pull these things up, and why? Right? Look at all of this basil.
All you got to do, if you want to save the seeds for the basil, just let these dry, cut it back, put them in a Ziploc baggie, and you're good to go.
Well, let's show you can actually do that. We actually have some seeds to show you.
Yes, we do.
These are carrots, guys.
These are carrot seeds.
These dried out, and this is what your seeds look like.
Yep.
Look at how tiny it is. You wouldn't even know. I'm bad, Garden Gale. I
And
just throw it out
and
there.
you're going to spend a lot of money for packaged seeds, and you got a bountiful right here. See right here, these are going to go to seed right here. You can see them.
Okay, so you see what it looks like before it goes to seed, and this is what it looks like after.
Yep.
So what Garden Gale is telling you guys, you know, we are all about self-sufficiency, and that includes saving money and using what you already have. So why go spend money on seeds when you have your own right here in your garden? You save them. In fact, let's walk over here, because this right here knows her stuff. She is all prepared. Come on over. And while you're talking, let's look around at the garden, because isn't it cool? As the plant goes again. Show these seeds here. So I don't know if you guys noticed, we probably didn't show you in our garden. We had okra. So this is what you guys know. This is what okra looks like, all ripe and ready. But this isn't trash. Don't throw this away. What's in there, Garden Gale?
This is seeds to start for your next season. And you get in a package, you get about 10 seeds for about $1.50, $2. Crap, you can get hundreds out of here and pass them off to your friends.
Look at that.
And you know, the public library does also offer seeds if you want to go get free seeds.
So bottom line, you're saying there are no excuses for you not to have something planted.
Planted, yes. Now let's talk about our soil. That's the biggest issue.
Let's walk. Well, we can see, and you guys know, we talked a little bit before about soil is one of the things that you need to have a successful garden. It's your soil, it's your water, and it's the food. Well, let's show them what our soil looks like here in Arizona.
Okay, I'm gonna.
We're gonna show you how to amend your soil and make it like black gold.
You either have two. Yes, you either have two types of soil. We have the caliche, which is like cement when it gets wet.
Can I open this?
Yep. And then we have the sand that doesn't hold anything. So we got, you either got one or the other, or a combination of both. But what this soil needs, our soil isn't that bad, really. What it needs is the microisms. It needs compost. It needs worm castings, which we call black gold. Now right here, this is ready to harvest, but I'm going to show you some worms. But this is, you can see how dark the soil is. These guys have done their work. Now it's ready to harvest. Now, the main reason why I am so passionate about worm composting, number one, it's so easy. Number two, when we throw all these scraps into the garbage and they go to the landfill, it produces a methane gas that pollutes our air. Why are we doing this? This is free. We can put it in here. The worms eat it. They
go crazy. Look at
They
them.
love cardboard. They love newspaper.
So I want you guys to hear what she just said, because a lot of people have this question and they say, why can't we throw this in the trash? If it's going to go in the landfill, it should make a garden, right? It's going into soil, good or bad. And no, that's what she's saying. That methane gas, it's bad. It's polluting everything.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah. Yes.
So no, do not throw this stuff in the trash. If you don't have a compost bin or you're afraid of worms, then start a compost bin. But the worms, you don't, I mean, we're touching on them, but they're harmless, guys.
They're harmless. And if you have children or grandchildren, they just love to play with the worms. I do worm boot camp at the libraries, and you go home.
At the library?
It is at free. The friends at the library pay for your worm kit, and you can call your local library and ask them if they're going to have a boot camp scheduled. I've done 4 libraries. We have 15 community people come, and they put their kit together.
Oh, nice.
So and it's now if you want to buy one, they're only $25, and I have 2 gardens where you can come and get them.
Okay, and we're going to have all of her information online too. So we're talking, so we need compost to make this black gold. We need worms. We don't need worms. Worms are nice. Right. And if your compost is great, you're going to find worms in them anyways. Right?
Exactly. And the worms I use for inside composting is red wigglers, because these worms can't go out in the sun at 110 degrees. It takes about 4 months to compost from that to this. 4 months, and then you got this. You take this soil out in your garden. I take it just like this with my little bucket. I do separate the worms because I want to keep them going. Right. So I take my little bucket and I go out into the garden and I just sprinkle all over. The plants love it, and when you water, all that nutrients goes right into the soil. Okay. And when I'm doing seedlings, I take some of this worm castings, a little bit of potting soil, and I mix it all together, and the seedlings love this stuff because it's so rich and full of microorganisms. And you can actually, if you take a magnifying glass, you can actually see the little buggers running around. They're wonderful. That's what keeps our soil alive. You never don't ever let your worms dry out. They'll die. They have to be spray bottled. Yeah. Okay. Keep them moist.
The heat. Too much heat, not good for them, which is why they bury themselves in the soil, right? Okay, so for our soil, we start with some of this, we add some of this good stuff, and then what?
And then you can plant your seeds.
Oh, let's
now I've done this. I want to show people how easy it is to do. I created a seed book for my garden. I have 2 gardens, but I just put the seeds that are available now for them to grow, so there's no question. Well, can I plant watermelons? Not now. You can't plant. They are a summer treat. So right now we're planting
the greens.
Yes. Greens, lettuces. We're planting spinach, arugula, kale, broccoli, Swiss chard, all those wonderful greens.
This is our season in Arizona. This is definitely the season, especially if you're into your veggies. You don't even have to make a trip to the grocery store. Nope. And I just don't, because the difference in what you're getting here versus the nutrition that you're going to get, this isn't anything against the grocery store, but if you can do it on your own, you're going to see the benefits of that. And we were talking earlier, even in just watering your garden, to know what nutrients and microbes you get. Actually, we have, you guys get to get on you're on our YouTube page, Green Desert TV, and we just did a video talking about how big these worms and things are, but how big it is the water that you're using.
Yes.
Right? Because a lot of the chlorine and things in the city water, it's killing those microbes, and those microbes are things that we want in our bodies.
Exactly. So if you have a garden, get a rain barrel. They're cheap and they work wonderful. And if you're lucky to have a home in an irrigation where you get flood irrigation, wonderful. The best stuff for your garden. At 19th Avenue and Camelback, we store our irrigation water to water the garden. They hand water it with irrigation water. But you should see the garden. It's flourishing.
Well,
because,
look at this garden.
Oh,
Let's
yes.
show people this garden. It's gorgeous.
Yes.
So I don't want to go away from your
Right.
seeds because this is awesome. And
Yep.
this is called being organized. This makes a huge difference because when you're not organized, guys, it can get discouraging. A lot of people don't garden because this is from Greg, right?
Urban
Urban
can go
Farms.
online and get this from Greg Peterson. You can download it. It's a wonderful tool. You got to have one of these.
And we actually have a link to this on our website,
Yes,
greendesert.org. But what I love about this is Greg made this so easy.
Yes.
Because, I mean, color coordinated, that helps. That really, really helps. So it tells you when to plant, when is the best time. Those X's are saying this is the ideal time to plant. It tells you when to harvest. And it kind of tells you what to look for when you're planting so that you know, because we don't, you know, it really, you said the best thing earlier. You said it's trial and error.
Yes.
You don't just grow up knowing all of
this stuff.
It's playing with it.
Exactly. I took the Master Gardener class. I'm a certified Master Gardener. But you know, I learn every day. You know who I learn it from? Other gardeners.
That's why we have to stick together.
And we do.
Oh, I love this. So we're going to talk companion planting because this tells us we can be organic. We don't have to spray pesticide to use what we have. Again, that's being self-sufficient. Use what you already have. And it's leaving less of a footprint on Earth, right?
Exactly.
So talk about this companion planting.
I'm going to talk about this. This kind of shows you, and this came off the internet as well. You can just Google companion gardening, but it shows you what they like, what their neighbors like, carrots and all that. Some things don't do well when you plant them with potatoes, for example. So each thing's marigolds, great flower in the garden because it wards off bad pests.
Yes, those
and let's talk about bad pests real quick. Get some Dawn in some water and a little vinegar and spray your plants,
wherever you're seeing those bugs, those aphids and those bugs that we don't like.
Exactly.
Some bugs are good, right?
Some bugs are good, yeah. A lot of people freak out when they see a cockroach or ant, but ants are pollinators. Believe it or not, they pollinate your stuff.
We just don't want them in the house.
Right, right. But out in the garden, they're all part of the system. They're all part of the system. So don't freak out when you see bugs in your compost pile. They're supposed to be there.
Right, they are.
But the one thing I do like about worm composting, you don't get a lot of bugs. You get, they already go in there, so you don't get a lot of flies and all that because they're pretty contained. You know, once you put the holes in your top for the air, you're pretty good. Outside composting is a little different. That's hot composting. That likes to get nice and hot. Not this. This likes to stay
Worms
cold.
die in the heat.
They will die in the heat. So you got to keep this baby cold. But anyways, plant away. You'll eat better. You'll feel better. And garden is therapy, and you get tomatoes.
Yeah. And you get tomatoes.
And you get tomatoes.
So this has been great. You showed us a lot of things. So bottom line is we need the soil to be right, we need water, and we need food, which we can get all right at home. You don't have to buy anything. And then we also learned about seeds. You don't have to go out and buy them. Your first time, you still don't have to go out and buy them. You can go to the library. There are a lot of places where you can get free seeds. Start with that, and then start saving your own. And then my garden book isn't this nice and organized, but you're giving me something to.
It's very easy to put together, and it's a lot of fun. I love gardening. I've been doing it for all my life. I grew up on a farm. When I got to Arizona, it was very different to grow here because from the Northeast. So I had to learn all the different. But you know what? In Arizona, you can grow something every month.
Every month. There are no excuses. People try and tell you, oh, we're in the desert and it's hard, and all of those excuses, throw them away.
Throw them away.
Talk to Garden Gale. So guys, I want you to definitely check out this garden. You'll come out and you'll see the green desert in the green room garden, and it's going to be flourishing because we've got Garden Gale. Again, it's Community Tire Salsa Garden. They're right off of Central and Durango, which is right next to the I-17. We're so grateful you guys are watching. Check out our website, greendesert.org, because we have everything we talked about. the worms. We've got the planting garden, or the planting calendar, and everything else. So guys, thanks for watching. Get your questions coming, and I'll make sure that Garden Gale is answering them.
You bet.
Enjoy your day.
Enjoy your day. Okay, here's my information.